Okay, so I'm doing the price update for today. I almost feel if this catches on, I'm going to need some sort of intro phrase or something. Um, I know Pomp has Bang Bang. I think Jason Williams, I also listen to him on YouTube. He has Bang Bang. But anyway, besides the point. So, Bitcoin chart. So, I wanted to go over that 4 hour symmetric triangle that we kind of broke from on the 8th. What's today's date? 10th. So about 2 days ago. So the target for that was this 17,435. And that's here. That's this price range. So, but what I wanted to say was, and I'm trying to still find good data on this, and even though I've searched and looked, I can't find. So these patterns, they give you a sense of where price could go once it breaks, but how far once the pattern kind of gets to its target. Well, how close do I need to get to that target in order to confirm that that the target's been reached, right? So I said it was 17,435 was the target, but we got a low of 17,639. Now, what's the difference of that between what we recorded and where I the target said we were going? So the difference is roughly, 1.2%. You know, so we came within 1% of the target. Now, on a $18,000 asset, is that good enough? Is that close enough? Is that in the margin of error for this type of pattern? That's data I cannot find. I've kind of reached out to a couple of traders. None of them have gotten back to me. Either they just not getting back to me or they don't know. So it's something I'm going to keep on asking around, see if there's any sort of information. I can't find anything. But we got extremely close to that. And I'll turn this TD sequential back on. So we got the 9 here, and I said whenever we broke down that we were probably going to we could find support there, and sure enough, whenever price rebounded, that's where support was. Yeah, we wicked below it, but this isn't like wicks. I look at them as emotional, so that's emotional trading going on. Given if it's on a small time frame or large time frame, that's an emotional. Those are emotional sellers or buyers. So right here, you can see it. This is a perfect example of emotion, right? So we had this candle opened at, say, 19,450. It went as low as 18.1, right? That price swing is huge. So this is where it opened. And it had a price swing of almost 7%. And that's emotion, right? And then price, kind of came back up. We did get some selling off. We got a little wick, but then price went back up, and then we started forming this triangle here. So, question on here: did we get to the target? We got within, 1.5%. Is that good enough? Time will tell. I know that since this 9 provided support, if we get I would say if we get a 4-hour close below the 17,884, we are most likely going to go lower. Right now, we're right around 18.3. We had we had a rally, was it night before last, some sell-off, and then a rally today towards the end of the day. There can be speculation that this candle was formed because of this announcement right here. So insurance company Mass Mutual buys $100 million worth of Bitcoin. For those of you that don't know or might be new to the space, a couple of months ago, MicroStrategy bought 400, and they're doing a private offering to raise another 400 million to buy another 400 million of Bitcoin. And then Michael Saylor himself also has, I'm not quite sure, it's tens of millions of his personal money in Bitcoin. You can see here, what was it, on the 4th, MicroStrategy just bought another 50 million. So whenever it's all said and done, they're probably going to have, like this article says, next billion hodler, like they're probably going to have close to $1 billion in Bitcoin on their balance sheet. There is a website that someone, individual on Twitter that I follow. I can show you that. Nope, not my Twitter. There we go. Here. His name's Rodolfo. He's been in the space. He's a programmer. I don't know his. I guess I don't know enough of his background. He's the creator of Cold Card. It's a hardware wallet. OpenDime as well. So there's a website that he runs or that he hosts that has all of the public offerings or all of the, it's called Bitcoin Treasury. So where's that? I know I've searched for it here. Bitcoin Treasuries by NVK. This one here. So this list, yeah. So I've showed this before to people, and some of the feedback I got was, well, more than half of these companies are already in the crypto space. I agree, but in a space that's considered new and still rather young and early, the majority of the people that are going to be in here are going to be people that had already existed in that space. But you can see they have Square here. They bought $50 million worth. Whenever they bought it, today's value is now 86 million. This must be the rate of return, 2%. Is that right? Let's see. Get my calculator. Is that what that represents? Let's see. So you say 86 minus 55, or 50. Divided by 50. I don't know, that's 7%. That might be the total percentage of Bitcoin, maybe. Yeah, that might be the total Bitcoin supply. Let's see what that number is. Say 40,824. We'll take the top number. Divided by 21 million, because that's kind of what everyone goes off of. Yeah, that's what that is. That's the percentage of the total Bitcoin that they own. That's what I suspected it was. Okay, so yeah, so is this the return? Yeah, I think that's the rate of return. Percent BTC. Is that what that is? I'm not okay. I'm not going over price, but I also wanted to share some stuff today besides price. Yeah, I'm not sure what this number is. Anyway, you can see what the value was whenever they bought it, and then what it is today, and calculate the rate of return if you want. But anyway, this is good. So MicroStrategies. This is before they raise at 450. The next round of 450, so they're gonna have over $1 billion. It's the value is almost $1 billion. Galaxy, that's Mike Novogratz. Square, that's Twitter. Basically, that's I'm forgetting the CEO's name. I should know this. Jack Dorsey. Man, I drew a blank there. If you wouldn't have asked me, I would have been able to tell you. Yeah, so Jack Dorsey, and I mean, there's other ones here. You can look. Grayscale, they're buying a tremendous amount. They already own 2.6% of the total circulation, or total amount of Bitcoin that's ever going to exist. Almost $10 billion. They're buying a tremendous amount every day. So let's get back to this. So was that close enough? We got pretty much our target. We found support. If we close below 17,884, I think we're going to go lower. We'll definitely probably hit this target. But again, we're still ranging in that area that I said that we kind of formed on the 28th, and then we went to this high the 30th and the 1st of December. So we're ranging in this area. I wouldn't be entirely concerned if we wick below it, and if we were to break out of this, we would have, again, a target would be the height of this range, which would give us some big drop, 14.5. We'll see how it goes. I know last time I said I'm going to remember those dates. I don't remember what the dates were, but we were going to look at the Mayer multiple. I don't know if you watched the previous. I think it was on Bitstamp here. Pretty sure it was on Bitstamp. I wanted to look at, it was the 128 day, and I wanted to look at where the Mayer multiple was during that time whenever we saw those drops. So let's see. I think I said, was that? Yeah. I wanted to look at them. Okay, so It was March 17th, and then July. I think that's what I was talking about. I said September. It was these dates. So let's pull it up real quick. Where we at? Mayor multiple. And I said I was going to write a script or try to code this into TradingView. I haven't had a chance to do that. And watch this not load. Let's see. All right. So what do we have? We can look at it all the way to here. So look at January 2017. Let's zoom into this time frame. Ha! Yeah, so it pretty much lined up. The 128 almost lined up with where the Mayer multiple was. So this said 756. You know, we got pretty much that. 726. It was within $25. That's nothing. What's this? March 24th, 925. What did this go to? 9. So it's almost there. So it looks like that Mayer multiple band, that one band, is kind of coinciding with the Mayer or with the 128 day. July 16th, 2017. Yeah. See, well, not quite. See, so as the bear market matures, as the bull market matures, and we say we break this, the 128 rises faster than this lower Mayer multiple band. We get a pullback, but it doesn't quite go down to the bottom. So, we're early on. We didn't quite break it here. Some would say maybe we did, right? We kind of peaked above it. But until we get a full, run up to this upper band, which I think we'll get sometime early Q1 of 2021, maybe this is still in play, 13,120. That would exceed any sort of... we do have targets down here on the TD sequential that didn't get back tested, but as of right now, as long as we range here, I'm not concerned about those areas at all. But the 128 is all the way down there, 13,227. This is at almost there, 13,120. I don't think, we'll see. You can't always say it's never going to go there because it possibly could, but we'll see how it goes. A lot of this also relies on dollar strength. We can look at that real quick. Oh, what's this thing doing? Take this off. Yeah, so TD sequential on the 9, we've kind of bottomed out. I know the RSI was kind of oversold a little bit. Yeah, so it looks like we might dip lower than this. On the weekly, dollars, once it broke this 9, it went down. This candle is just, overall, your trend is down for the dollar. Yeah, you're not in the dollar at all. But you can also see in these areas right here where it bottomed out, we got a rally, and then it went lower. So was there a secondary rally here? Kind of, right here, look. So we dropped, secondary rally, we went lower. Dropped, secondary rally, we went lower. What year is this, though? 2018, 2017? Man, you have this massive, look at this area right here. That area is support, right? So if you see the dollar going lower than this area right there, 88, say, 89, you would start getting nervous, which we're not even that far from. We're about $1 away. So, we could get more sell-off, but, look how overbought this was. All the way 2015, and then it came down. So, something to look at. We can also, I said it kind of coincides with the dollar. There's a coefficient. Let's see if I have it. I know I have it. I just got to pull it up. Yeah, correlation coefficient. And then I want to correlate it to, what's the correlation to the dollar? Apply that. All right. So the way this works is if you're above, let's say if you're above 70, there's high correlation. So during this time frame, in 2019, the dollar was rising as Bitcoin was rising. So they had a correlation. I don't know what this is. Must have drawn something and it stayed on there. It's bothering me. I got to get rid of it. All right. So, and then here, really not enough to show correlation or inverse correlation. But right now, you can see the correlation, it's highly correlated right now. So we got past 70. So as the dollar's been going down, Bitcoin's been going up. It's inversely correlated. And right now we just kind of broke back to 70. So yeah, that's, you can also, you can do this with anything. So I can do this with gold. I can compare Bitcoin to gold. And right now, which is kind of weird, they kind of move, they usually, you know, if you feel like they're both in inflation hedges, they should move up together. And here they did. And then as of late, they're kind of inversely correlated. Again, it's not above 0.7, so you can't really say. This correlation coefficient has a specific name. It's named after the person who... correlation coefficient. Here we go. I forget that. Oh, yeah, Pearson. Correlation coefficient, that's what it is. So that's what this is. TradingView just calls it correlation coefficient, but that's what this is. Yeah, so let's look at the hourly real quick on Bitcoin too. I know I kind of bounced around. I was looking at the dollar, now I'm looking at Bitcoin. Let's look at the 30 MA. Yeah, so it's kind of... it looks like there might be another type of triangle forming. Maybe an ascending triangle? Let's see. Let's look at the daily. No. I mean, this is what I'm getting at. So maybe we have this. Maybe we're going to start getting this. Something like this. Let's see. Something like this. Which is called an ascending triangle. Something like that. Right? But then one could argue that this line's actually up here. Right? So it's not clearly formed yet, but it could be. Right? That could be something like that. And then if we got a break of this, it would just be the height of the triangle again. Something like this. Right? Which brings us back to the upper part of the channel. So yeah, we'll watch that. It's not something that's formed, right? We don't have 3 touch points. That's what you want, and you don't have you really only have one up here that starts kind of maybe a formation of a ascending triangle. And even on the hourly, it's not really well developed or well formed. So we're just looking. You would have taken a position here. If this closes the next hour below 18,318, you would be out. But again, right now, I guess on this time frame, maybe on the daily, kind of neutral to moderately bearish. I mean, I'm not full bearish at all, considering that I believe this is the beginning of a bull cycle, of the bull trend. We have our hash rate that gave us a buy here, so that's still good. Long term, that thing's been amazing. So I'm not going to bet any money against it. So we'll see, but I think we range. And then I think I'd put a post that by the end of Q3 we would be breaking out. I think they'll still have that. Probably should just leave this tab up instead of keep on searching. Where's it at? Yeah, I posted about that today. This right here. Yeah, so here, I mean, I drew it a little bit out of the channel, but by the 21st, we'd definitely be back to the high. Before then, we could be breaking it. But we'll see how that goes. I got a notification. XRP vomit. Anyway. All right, so that's the outlook. Oh, yeah, so Pfizer, I think the FDA approved or suggested approval for the vaccine. I do have a Pfizer chart. It was something I was trading. It's something that was kind of in a channel, and there was trades and opportunities here. Whenever it broke this 39.42, you can see it on the weekly. Whenever it broke this 39.42, where did I get that number from? It doesn't matter. I don't remember, but it must be on the daily. It must be a TD sequential on the daily. No, it's not. I don't know where I formulated that from, but I got it from somewhere. But the basically the I think it's a high. No, I don't know. But at some point in time, I said that that was a resistance level. We broke out of it. There's like a, like a W pattern. Oh, looks like a triangle, right? You can kind of see it right there. Bam. So I trade a lot of triangles. It's not perfect. I draw a lot of triangles because they're easy to spot. I mean, there's wedges, there's channels. I'll show you a channel too. I think I showed you one on Ford. So that one would have been, here. If you would have broken out of this, the target would be the height of the triangle approximately. Maybe a little bit higher than this. From where the breakout happened. Let's see. Breakout happened here, which is pretty much where I drew this other line from. 46, say 47, 47. So somewhere around 47 is where the target is. Is that a good trade? Whenever it broke, it would have been. You could have done that on the daily whenever it broke on the daily, but it came back and it back tested on the weekly. So let's just say if you would have taken the trade on the weekly, on this close right here, on this close, you would be up 5%. Say you would have taken it whenever it got to 39.42. I think you have 47, so your return would have been 19%. That's nothing to to pass up. But I was a little frustrated with it. I had traded it. I had made some money off of it, which is okay. But as far as upside goes, 19%. Yeah, I could probably still. Well, you would be entering from this area, so you're still looking at like 12%. Still a good position to take, but I'm gonna let all this other people can take that trade. The trades that I was looking at were the theaters, so it was like AMC, right? And then we got some movement there on AMC. We can look at the 30 moving average. And all these in post-market, once that announcement was made, have been moving. So you would have entered here, which would have been a close of 389 here. And then you got a 9. The reversal actually started on the 8. It didn't go back below it. And then now tomorrow morning, as long as it doesn't sell off in pre-market, you're up 12%. So like I said, there's 12% upside potentially on Pfizer, but I could have made this trade in a much shorter time frame with much less frustration and made the same amount in, 3 days. So sometimes you just got to look. There's always other trades. I think Cinemark as well was moving. This isn't updated. Last time I looked at the post-market price, it was at, I think, 1540. So let's just say you would have been here. Say you would have got in at the close, 1540. Oof, not that great. I mean, yeah, not as good as AMC. So about 3%. AMC was the better play. I know Carnival had also moved. It's already up at 23.15. The 1 hour trading strategy on the 30 MA didn't work that great. But you're still kind of in a channel, right? Even tomorrow when it opens up, if it holds at 23.15, you really just want to wait till it breaks out of this high. You get a daily close above 25.28 with your trend lines moving up on the weekly. This one's kind of moving down. It shows that there's good support. You broke the selling pressure that was created in June, and your upper target is 31. So say if I take it here at the high, once I break that and get that signal, I can look at, why is this? Oh, because the magnet's on. I can look at that, and then I'm looking at a potentially 20 20 to 22% trade, possibly on a span of 2 months, something like that. So, you can look at timing. That's another good thing about the TD sequential is it gives you a count, which gives you not only a good price direction, especially whenever you get green numbers close and above prior green numbers. It also gives you a potential time frame of where a target can be reached. So, say this week, say tomorrow we rally and we actually get above that 25.28. We close the week out. You could enter a trade, and then you could be targeting this 31 area, and that could be reached in the next 4 weeks, assuming that you get a count all the way to 9. So that's kind of like how you would maybe look at that or potentially look at that. Am I saying that's the trade? No. You have to look at the price action on a day. Trading is dynamic. It's not static. There are positions that you can take and scale in and then have those for the long run. But trading is dynamic. Do not think that you can set it and forget it, especially if you don't have any stops in. You should always trade with stops. So that's it for the most part. Nothing too exciting to report on other than that. Oh man, we're not getting prices falling down. Let's look if we're getting any buyers here on the CMF. Yeah, we are. CMF's slowly climbing. The RSI is probably oversold. I would think. No, it's not. Which is surprising. 4 hour. Yeah. Hey, but here, it's kind of flat. There is a little bit of rising, but, we could get a dump, but, a fallen price, but it's, like I said, I don't trade on the hourly, but this was price never came back to this, so we can get back down to 18. That one's pretty cleared out. But again, the support's at 17,884. Nothing. I don't think anything too exciting is going to happen until we get a break of this channel.